Welcome back. In this module, we will cover the role of the greeter judge.
Items that will be covered are what is needed to perform this task, where you can find items to perform this task, maintaining order in and around the polling place entrance, using the greeter list, precinct finder, and the precinct location list. Additional items are directing voters to the roster judge or election day registration judge, what signs should be posted at the entrance to the polling place, voters in line at 8 p.m., returning materials used on election day. This is an example of a polling place setup. We recommend a greeter judge be at the entrance to the polling place. At the voter's request, 2 election judges from different major political parties may help mark the ballot. When assisting, be sensitive to their specific needs, avoid influencing how they vote, do not give advice or reveal how they voted. Direct all questions to the voter, not to others with them. Help only as much as requested. A voter may have assistance from others of their choosing. The assistant may help the voter in the polling place, including the voting booth. The exceptions are: an agent of their employer cannot assist the voter. A union or candidate cannot assist the voter. An assistant can only physically mark ballots for a maximum of 3 voters for each election. They may provide other forms of assistance apart from physically marking the ballots. If an assistant has marked the ballot on behalf of the voter may show it to an election judge privately to confirm it is correctly marked before placing it in the tabulator. More information can be found in the election judge guide.
Minnesota statute states there can be no solicitation of voters or distribution of campaign material within 100 feet of the building in which a polling place is located or on public property.
The incident log would be used to record anything that needs to be brought to the attention of Blue Earth County elections. If you think you should write it down on the incident log, please do so. Let your head judge know of any incidents as they occur. Do not wait until the end of the day or the day after the election. At the end of the night, give your head judge your incident log. If you are fortunate enough not to have any incidents, write none across the form. Individuals are not allowed to linger near the polling place. Representatives of the media are allowed at the polling place for an unlimited amount of time during voting hours for observation purposes. Media representatives must provide the following: photo identification, recognized media credentials, or written verification from a local election official. Media representatives are not allowed to be within 6 feet of a voter, converse with a voter, make a list of persons voting, interfere with the voting process, take a voter's picture without permission.
The greeter and curbside supply bag includes the following necessary items to perform the tasks: instructions, samples, forms, and supplies.
Instructions on performing this task is located in the greeter and curbside supply bag. Post this sign near the entrance to the polling place.
Please post the voter age eligibility sign near the entrance to the polling place. This sign will alert voters to the age requirements to register to vote. To vote in the primary election on August 9, 2016, a voter must be born on or before August 9, 1998. For the general election on November 8th, the voter must have been born on or before November 8, 1998. The election day registration judge supply bag includes this sign.
The greeter list will be locked in the blue bag, only to be used on election day by election judges. This is a list of voters whose name and resident address is on the roster. The greeter list should be used to direct registered voters to the roster judge, or, if they are not registered, direct the voter to the Election Day registration judge. The greeter list is also used when assisting a curbside voter. A registered voter is someone whose name and current address appears on the greeter list. Have the voter state their name and address. Once the voter has verified their name and address is the same as on the greeter list, you then direct the voter to the roster judge. A non-registered voter is someone whose name does not appear on the greeter list or whose address is different from what is listed on the greeter list. Their name has changed since they last voted. They have not voted in the past 4 years. They are not pre-registered.
Use your precinct finder to verify their address is in your precinct.
You will need to verify that the street name and the house number range is in your precinct finder. Often streets that are boundary lines are split down the middle, so odd or even addresses may vote in a different precinct. The column OEB refers to O for odd, E for even, and B for both odd and even. This is very important that you pay attention to these details so voters are in their correct polling place. If you determine the voter's address is not in your precinct finder and they should be voting in a different precinct, use your precinct finder and your precinct location list to direct the voter to the correct location. If you are unsure where the voter should be, ask for assistance from your head judge or call Blue Earth County Elections. After you have verified their name is not on the greeter list and their resident address is in your precinct, direct the voter to the Election Day registration table. At 8 p.m., the greeter judge, if directed by the head judge, will announce the polls have been closed. All voters in line at 8 p.m. must be allowed to vote. Stand behind the last voter if necessary. Return all unused items in the same container it was received. For example, instructions, signs, and any unused forms. In the blue bag, return any completed forms, plus your greeter list. For the City of Mankato, return your precinct finder and polling place list in the blue bin. City and townships outside of Mankato, keep your precinct finder and polling place list. In this presentation, we have covered the following items. You can find all documents and signs to perform this task in your greeter judge supply bag. Per Minnesota statute, there should be no lingering in or around the polling location. Media is allowed to observe the election process, but not interfere, talk to, or take pictures of voters. An incident log has been provided to each judge position. Your greeter list and precinct finder should be used to direct voters to the roster judge or Election Day registration judge. Additional items covered include: check your precinct finder to ensure the voter is at the correct location. Use the precinct location list to direct voters to their correct polling location. All voters in line at 8 p.m. are allowed to vote. Announce the polls have closed. An election judge can stand behind the last voter in line at 8 p.m. All items that you took out of this bag goes back in the judge supply bag. The greeter list must be returned in the blue bag. If you had any incidents as a greeter judge, give your incident log to your head judge at the end of the night. Precinct finder and polling location list should be returned in the blue bin.
Thank you for watching the Greeter Judge module. If you have any questions regarding this presentation or on Election Day, please contact us by phone or by email.